The role of a community manager is quite similar in any project. It doesn't really matter whether it is offline, online, Web2 or Web3, because it's always about building human relationships, building the relationships with the brand and making people do something together. But of course, any sphere, any industry has its own specifics. In Web3, this would be that most communities are built not only around human relationships, but also around economic relationships, which brings us to the point that money comes into the game. So that is, I think, to consider and thing to take in mind, and that is why some instruments and some tactics in working with the community may significantly differ from Web2 to Web3. I would rather advise to start building a community when you have finalized the idea, at least, because as long as you do not have yet a final idea of the project, when you are yet thinking what exactly product you should launch, it doesn't make sense to launch a community because the audience may also differ when you make a pivot. But you can leverage the power of communities even on the early stage by making research in other communities, for example, industrial communities or the communities of your colleagues, competitors, etc. Okay, so the first would be a huge number of people who make the chat toxic and a huge amount of fraud traffic. So that is something that Web2 communities also face, but in a minor amount. In Web3 communities, it might be hard to manage all these communications. Another feature is the specific platforms that communities live on. So you won't probably be able to build a strong presence online and a strong community in Web3 without launching Twitter and without having either a Discord or a Telegram chat. So you won't do probably with a Facebook group or anything. I would rather say that it's hiring a really good community manager, because the market is employees market now, because there are not many people who are skilled in both community building, community management, and who are well into the Web3 industry. So either of these skills may be missing, and you always need to educate your employees. You always need to give them additional training. So that is why it may be hard to hire a qualified person for these tasks. And since the market is not really decently regulated, there may be some misusage and mistakes for this sphere as well, unfortunately. Well, as usual, you should know your audience. I'm really surprised how many projects do not do any research before actually launching and building a go-to-market strategy. So as always, I would advise to make a decent research before you start in order to learn your audience, to learn your market environment and your competitors, because this is something you just cannot miss out. As for the instruments, it's about founders marketing, founders content creation, founders network, because it does not only contribute to the project's marketing, but also to the business development, building the professional network, partnerships, referrals, and any others. And the referral programs still work well, so this is quite a simple and relatively cheap way to attract customers. So if you are able to launch a decent referral program and an ambassador program, then you should really leverage that.